Hey guys, how are you doing today? I'd like to show you something. I've got this shelf here. A lot of people use this wire shelving, and for the most part, it's pretty good stuff. But I want to show you something here real quick. See these little clips that it snaps into? What happened is, my shelf, it was mounted up here above the garage door, and you can see where it popped up and out of a couple of these little clips on the back. Well, when it did that, the shelf popped up, the weight came forward onto these brackets, and they bent right here, leaning forward and dumping everything off of the shelves. Now I've gone ahead and pulled the shelf down, but what happened is it only bent at the feet of those brackets. So the brackets didn't give, those did. If you ever put these shelves up, once you get the shelf mounted and snapped into these, I recommend buying extra of these clips, sliding them in the opposite direction and screwing them into the wall. That way the shelf can't pop out of those clips. And I really just wanted to point that out and make this as sort of a public service announcement. And I'll show you this little pile in the garage here. Take a look at my stereo equipment. This is all my components. 6-disc changer, it's busted. There's another 6-disc changer right there. It's screwed up. I shoved the drawer back in. There's pieces broke out in it. I have an older VCR here, which really wasn't that good. I've got a tape deck around this side. You can see that the window's busted off of it. There's pieces inside of this stuff that's shaking and rattling. About the only thing that's any good is probably this graphic equalizer. It may still work. I don't know. And this is my turntable back here. It's totally destroyed. And then of course the real problem is the ice cream maker. This is an older model, 70s model. That sucker there is super heavy. It's made of metal, not plastic like the ones are today. So I just want to kind of show you what can happen when those shelves give. And you know, if you do have them in your house, take the time now to go out and buy you some of those clips. They're pretty cheap, and put them on upside down to keep that from happening. A lot of people have these in their closets. They could fall, you know, and I just want you guys to know that, you know, it can happen and it can cause problems. And this is the kind of problem that it can cause when an ice cream maker lands on the hood of your car. It's totally messed up my hood. Take a look at that. And it also, I got a few items that landed over here, put a dent there. I am going to, this afternoon, head out to a body shop where I have had body work done before. I really like this shop. My wife has known the owner for many, many years. They're really good friends, and I'm gonna have him take a look at that. I think what's gonna have to happen, I think the dent on the quarter panel, it's like hail damage. I think they can pop that one out. It should be fine. Besides a couple of scuffs on the stripe, I may replace the top stripe. I don't know. Depends on what it costs. But we're thinking that they're going to have to put a new hood on the car. So I'm a little disappointed about that. You know, if that is the case, I'll find out today. If that is the case, I'm going to have them purchase the hood and paint it off of the car, because I don't want the overspray everywhere. You know, when they do work on a car, even though they cover it, you get a little overspray. Luckily, there was no damage on the front clip. There's one tiny little nick on the front bumper. It's so small, I'm not going to worry about it, because rock chips, I got a rock chip or two on there that, you know, is just as bad. So we're going to let that roll. But yeah, I'm really disappointed about the car. We were sitting after dinner last night and we heard this crash, and I got a sick feeling in my stomach because I knew exactly what it was, and I was worried what had happened. It also hit my wife's car. She has one little dent behind the back window. They feel like they should be able to pop that out. It's not even like hail damage. It's a slight little thing they'll fix. And then on her mags, she got 3 little chips taken out of one of the straight sections on her mag. And they think they can touch that up and you won't even notice it. So yeah, we're gonna hit the body shop later today and get quotes for all of this. So I'm not excited about that. Well, I just want to talk to you guys. So remember, if you got these in your house, do what I suggested. Get out and replace those clips. I am going to go buy a ton of clips. The metal brackets didn't fail. It wasn't really that much weight, but the clips did. And we've been very humid here, a lot of rain, very hot. And I'm thinking probably that board up there, probably absorbing the moisture and the heat and everything, probably warped a little bit. And that warpage let one of them pop out. Once one of them popped out, you know, it changes the whole balance of the shelf. And then the rest of them they just probably slowly popped. Because it was weird, we heard crash, and then we heard a few seconds later, crash, crash, then a few seconds later, there was like 3 separate crashes. So I think the one side popped out, and the shelf tipped forward, and stuff started sliding off, and then as it slid off, it went to the front of the shelf, the weight did, it shifted, and when it shifted to the front of the shelf, that allowed the next section to pop off, and so on. And once they started popping, they just, you know, the bind on it just kept on popping. Had it not been for the ice cream maker being up there, and I've already cleaned that up. It looks really good because I used some compound, some Mother's compound, and cleaned a little bit of the paint off. But you can see exactly that is the dent where it lays. It fits right in that dent. And had that not been up there, I would have had a couple of dents that would have been basically like hail damage, and I think they could have popped those out. This video got a little longer than I wanted, but I just wanted to run over what happened with you and let you know. So it is what it is. We're going to deal with it, and thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Have a great day.